Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How's your day?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Hi,
wabarakatuh.
how about you, Aldy?
I'm good.
Very well, thank you. And who's here? It's Nadya, Rayhan, Tita, and Hanisa. Thank you for your attention today. So we are going to discuss about the learning style. As you know, everyone has a different learning style depending on how they learn. I believe all of them very important and have the same position. But from my point of view, about my strengths in learning style are visual and kinesthetic. It means it's not doing at the same time, but step by step. Because with this style, I have a good memory to remember the materials, learning from what I see and what I'm doing. And how about you guys?
Okay, Aldi, thanks for opportunity here. I will share my opinion about learning style. Okay, I think learning style, reading and writing, because I feel students more need reading and writing to can learning. And then because the student need deepen the material with reading and writing to learn. So I'm as a teacher, hopefully that a student have memory stable remains. And I think learning style, reading and writing is very effective for a student in the class. How about your opinion, Nadia?
I agree with Rayhan. For learning style, I think I am prepared to choose reading or writing. But I will add a learning style that is also suitable if combined with reading and writing, namely auditory, because I felt more easier to understand. Auditory learning style relies on hearing to be able to understand and remember it. And if we combine auditory with reading or writing, it is also quite interesting. We listen and start taking notes, rereading and remembering it again at once. So, what do you think of my opinion, Tita?
Okay, I'm sure that everyone has a different learning style, and my learning style is not necessarily same with other people. But I think I agree with you about auditory learning style because my learning styles are auditory and visual. I usually record the teacher or lecturer's explanation for teaching materials. After class, I usually listen and write down the material. And then I always highlight the important things in my notes because I think it makes me easy to understand and not easy to forget. So with this learning style, I think I am successful. And how about your learning style, Hanisa?
Everyone has their own learning style. I agree with Tita about visual learning style because my learning style is visual reading writing. Visual learning style help is understanding and when combined with writing, I think it's very good. Make note point of material and rewrite material that has been understood in my own language. It will be easier to remember it and by writing I can reread the material. I think enough for me.
Well, that's good opinion. So you already know about the learning style, right? I think you can know how teaching approaches in class to make effective learning. For example, one day if why I become a teacher, the teaching approaches that I will be often use are the interactive approach in collaboration with the learner-centered approach. Because with these activities, they will be try thinking with creativity depend on their critically and imagination. I hope they will be more confident with their thinking because there is freedom in learning activities. And how about you guys?
I think I choose an direct guided approach because I feel in approach is effective learning for students. And then indirect guided approach give a teacher as a facilitator for student into developing skill. And this learning makes students more free in learning and makes a student active in investigation, problem solving, and decision making in the process learning. So I mean, indirect guided approach is very effective for students. How about your approach system, Nadia?
I see what you are saying, but I feel collaborative approach is the best learning style to be applied in teaching. Why? Because this kind of approach can make us as a students share thought each other. As we know, usually when in groups, when one person expresses an opinion, not everyone will agree. So we will share various opinions that we have to get the same and appropriate goals. With collaborative approach, we can also practice caring, respect, and togetherness. And how about you, Tita?
For teaching approaches, I agree with you, Nadia. Collaborative approach is important because the student can improve understanding through the discussion, and they can giving and getting feedback from peers, and also improve critical thinking. But I think we can combine with interactive approaches because the students can more active and more improve their communication
For the teaching approach, I agree with Nadia and with you, Tita. I think collaborative approach is the most effective because this approach makes students more active in their learning activities. Each student will discuss their opinions and improve communication skills. I think enough for me.
Wow, that's a good ideas. I really appreciate that because everyone has a different way to adapting to their abilities, and you have been able to create an effective teaching approach. Thank you so much for explaining your ideas. I hope they can be useful. Thanks for today, guys. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
Thank you,
you.
you. Thank
everyone.
you.
You.
Bye-bye.